Hi, I'm Mona, and if you're here, you found Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot. So today I have a pick-a-pile reading, and this is for the healing energy sessions. And I have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3, excuse me. So the question I have is, why do I attract people that hurt me? So these are for those of you who have possibly, removed what does not serve you from your life, right? This could be people, places, or things. Could even be like maybe the way you thought things worked, your beliefs, your belief system, right? So, even though you have done this, for some reason, even the new people that you're meeting seem to have the same qualities as the people you let go. So we're trying to figure out why you're attracting these type of people, the people that hurt you, or the people that keep you in that low vibrational energy, right? So before I get started, I did want to say that you should not live your life by the tarot. I personally like the tarot a lot. It's not something I've been doing all my life. I've been guided to do it after so much time, and I myself have gotten wrapped up in watching too many tarot readings and, you know, running with these readers and, what they say and being panicked about situations, but you really can't do that, okay? Number one, they're naming off all kinds of signs. We have so many signs in our birth charts, you guys. You can't really, you're just going to confuse yourself, basically. You won't know who's who and what's what, and you don't know who to believe, right? And just like this reading, I'm going to go through some piles, right? Doesn't mean that it's going to resonate with you. And if it doesn't, don't accept that, okay? Just leave what doesn't resonate and move on. Perhaps you haven't picked the right pile because maybe your intuition or your gut feeling is off. That can happen too. But essentially, at the end, it's for everyone. The advice is for everyone, even if none of these piles resonate. All right? I'm not trying to change your religion, the way you, see the world and world views or anything like that. I'm not trying to do that. Essentially, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get you to think, think about yourself, think about your life, think about what's been going on in your life to bring you, to bring you to this video. Okay? And then you take it how you will. You make your own decision. You think for yourself, because that is essentially what we want. Because healing doesn't begin until you discover things about yourself and how you can go about healing yourself. All right? So I'd like to say to my subscribers, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And to any new subscribers, I'm really glad you're here too. And I'm hoping that we can find some answers for you today. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start with pile 1. Okay, hopefully you've had enough time. If not, you can go ahead and pause the video and still, take that time to choose the pile that you think is calling out to you, right? But remember, it's not going to resonate with everybody, okay? So yeah, pile 1 is first. Okay, so this is for those of you who chose pile number 1. And the question was, why do I attract people that hurt me? Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have the deer. And the deer represents sensitivity and peace. All right? So you may be a sensitive person. You may be a peaceful person. And even so, you still seem to attract These people that hurt you, that deceive you, that lie to you, or they're just generally bad people. Let's find out what we have here. Okay, we have the Death card. Wow, right out the top. The Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles, King of Hats, King of Flamingos, Two of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Fool. All right. Why do I attract people that hurt me? Well, first of all here, we have the Death card, right? We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, okay? Something may have come to an end, all right? You tried to start new somewhere. Maybe you got married. Maybe the marriage came to an end, and you're wanting to start new, okay? So that's from the major arcana, all right? So let's start off with the Death card. Now, the Death card could represent, you know, an end to something. An end has come to a situation in your life, all right? It's not a really bad card, though, because if something has come to an end, then there's definitely something brand new starting, okay? This number 13 can, you know, resonate with someone out there. Or we have a 1 and 3 is 4. 4 could resonate, maybe a life path number, who knows, right? And then we have the Ace of Cups. So a death has come to a situation where you have given your emotions, all right? You've given your emotions to the Queen of Swords, or you could be holding this energy, but since we are talking about things in your life right now that has happened, you know, I'm sensing these are the things that have happened to you, okay? So you gave your emotions to the Queen of Cups. You wanted to start something brand new, right? And what I'm seeing here is you did take a journey with this person, but it came to an end, right? Could have possibly been your marriage to this person has come to an end. And then we have this Ace of Pentacles here. And you want a new financial start, you want new financial security. You want to be grounded. You want balance in your life now, because whatever has happened in this marriage definitely did not work out because, you know, it came to an end. All right. Then we have this King of Hats right here, and we have the King of Flamingos. You could be holding those two energies, or it could be people in your life, right? Now remember, you could be a female watching this, and you could still be holding those energies, because we all have male and female energies. Just like you could be holding the energy of the Queen of Swords there, if you're a male, you know? So just, you know, take it how it resonates. This is why I just tell the story. I don't really, you know, name signs off, you know. So, you know, this king is a very an emotional king, right? And he's kind of business savvy. He's very smart. He gives things a lot of thought, you know. When he wants to do stuff, he tries to think about it, thinks about the best way to go in certain situations. You know, he tries to make the best decision he can, essentially. Okay? So you could be holding this type of energy, you know, or somebody in your environment. I'm taking it that since we are talking about the past here, you may have been involved with the Queen of Swords, right? That situation didn't work out. Marriage came to an end. Even though you tried to start something new with this person in the past, it didn't work out. It ended. And then so you thought, okay, well, I'm going to start working on my money. So even though you went through a lot of emotional turmoil, you found, your emotions. Maybe you were emotionless in the past, right? And you're like, I'm going to think things through this time. I'm not going to just jump into anything anymore. The only thing is, we have the Two of Swords here, right? So now, if you're holding these two energies, someone who's emotional, yet, likes to think things through, make sure they're going the right way, make sure they're making the right decision, you have to come to a decision here with this Two of Swords here. And that decision is in regards to perhaps this person of the past, right? And, some other decision. Maybe it's forgetting the past and just moving forward and making money, just building your finances, because maybe it's just the past was just way too much. See, this could also be right here that I'm seeing is a situation may have come to an end. You may have started something with the Queen of Swords. You may have wanted to start brand new. You may have even wanted to offer marriage. So you may have been in a marriage, or you may have spoke about marriage with this person or thought about it. But maybe your finances were not all in order yet, and you needed to start fresh and try to start making that money so you can bring some stability. That's another scenario, okay? So, essentially an end came to the situation. It didn't happen, right? Or the marriage ended. Either it didn't happen or the marriage ended. You became very emotional, but you are, one with your decisions now. You're giving things thought. You're not jumping into stuff anymore. But you do have to make a decision here because, and I think it's involving this Queen of Swords here, right? Maybe you do want to move forward with this person, but you're nervous. Maybe you're nervous about making somebody this offer because you don't know if they're going to accept it. And your offer might be, a new beginning. A new beginning with somebody from the past. Maybe you do want to bring up the idea of marriage again, right? But you're thinking that, you need to work harder on your finances or at your trade or whatever it is you do because you need to bring in maybe some more cash, How can I go to this person and can't go to them broke? What do I have to offer? I don't have anything, right? Not everybody thinks that's what you need in order to offer love, but it seems that this is what you're thinking. And so you're figuring that if you do start out, trying to build up that money, that you can go back to this person and offer, this Ace of Cups again. And the Ace of Pentacles. Love and financial security. Right? So in terms of why do I attract people that hurt me, maybe you've been really hurt in the past, and this is why this person of the past is coming up again in your life or in your mind, or maybe you're thinking about them a lot because maybe you've come to realize that, this all came to an end because possibly, you hurt that person. And you're starting to think about it now, about what the heck did I do? That person loved me and they shared their love with me and now it's over. That could be a situation. Or this person could have still been that way, yet you might have, left that situation, went somewhere else, and possibly started something else, made an offer to someone else in the future, or in the past, I'm sorry, and they hurt you, and now you're realizing what's happened here. So if this resonates with you, maybe we'll find some advice, some good advice from the universe at the end. But if this does resonate with you, I'll see you guys at the end and we'll see what we come up with, okay? All right. Okay, so this is for those of you who may have chosen pile number 2. Let's go ahead and find out, why do I attract people that hurt me? Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so we have the hawk. And the hawk represents truth seeker and clear vision, right? So you're here basically today to find out what's happening. Truth seeker, right? Trying to find the truth about why am I attracting these kind of people. You want a clear vision, right? Well, let's see what we have here first. Let's see what's going on, okay? First we have the Knight of Swords, Fool, Justice, Three of Swords, Death, Six of Cups, the Empress, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Rods. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas, okay? The Fool, Justice, Death, and the Empress. So maybe you wanted to start something with somebody, or you tried to, but something happened. Some justice happened in this whole situation, and an ending came to some situation, right? And it could involve the Empress, right? So let's start from the beginning here and see what's going on. First, we have the Knight of Swords. So you could have brought in some information to somebody, some really quick, swift, some fast information, you know, or you're wanting to, right? And the Knight of Swords, you know, some of the information that comes in, it could be kind of abrasive, harsh, you know. But we have the Fool here. So even though you're coming in with this information, or you want to come in with this information, or maybe you got this information, you know, it's information about starting something new. Now, every time I see this Fool card right here, I look at that picture, right? It looks like a little puppy that's carrying a stick and trying to offer it to somebody. This little puppy, little doggy. So maybe you're trying to offer something to somebody, or you were. And maybe it wasn't accepted. You know, we have the Justice card here. And somebody might have made a decision, a head over heart decision in this situation, right? And it could have been in regards to the Three of Swords, which is a three-party situation. And, you know, Three of Swords is always kind of a devastating card to see, because everybody thinks, oh, they're cheating on me and they're doing this and they're doing that. You know, it could involve that. Yeah, for sure it could. But, you know, it could also involve, like, you know, somebody getting involved in your relationship. Maybe somebody's got to put their 2 cents in for everything you say about it. But, you know, essentially, it's not really good to discuss your relationships with outsiders. It always brings some kind of negativity there, because not everybody is there for good intentions or doesn't want to give you the best advice, right? So basically, you might have made an offer to somebody, you know, and maybe they gave you some really harsh communication. You know, you might have wanted to make that offer, but I think they might have turned you away. Why? Because of this Three of Swords. Perhaps you put them in this type of situation, you know, and, you know, or they might have put you in that situation. Who knows? You know, it just depends on, you know, which way we're looking at it, because, you know, the roles can be reversed here, right? You could have been hurt, or you could have hurt somebody by putting them in this situation. Either way, an ending came to the situation, right? With this Death card here. Now, it's not always bad. So maybe that situation wasn't for you, it was bad. It was someone who hurt you, right? And it came to an end. And this could be somebody from your past, definitely, right? Somebody that you may have given your emotions to, your love to, But that Three of Cups is right there. Did you do that or did they do that to you? Somebody put somebody in a three-party situation. So whoever's at fault there, it's most likely why this came to an end. People don't want to be, play third and fourth fiddle. They want to be the first fiddle. They want to be number one. So if you put somebody in that situation, then you should expect that it's going to end one day. If somebody puts you in that situation, hopefully you have enough, brains to know, like, that's not right, that's not good, and you're ending it, hopefully. But right here it shows that it did end. Now, this person, you could be looking at this person like the Empress. And the Empress has all the qualities of the queens. All the queens, put together. She's emotional, she's intelligent, she's grounded, and she's passionate, nurturing, all the good stuff that you can find in an Empress, she's got it. Now, you can be the Empress, whether or not you're a male or female watching, because we all have male and female energies, just to remind you. But I think you're trying to work on you want to work on something with this person, right? And I think you want to come in with communication. You want to talk to them about what happened, maybe. You want to talk to them about all the deception that happened, all the three-party situations, maybe the lying and the stealing, just deception in general. Even though this situation may have come to an end, you might be looking at this person as, the Ten of Pentacles, somebody that you can find financial security and stability and be balanced with this person from the past. And I think you're wanting to come in like the Page of Rods and try and offer, a passionate new beginning. This, you could be younger than this person actually, because it shows the Empress here. It looks like a grandma. And then you look like a young guy here. So not saying that this woman is a grandma or anything, but I mean, that's what I'm just getting. Okay, you guys, come on now. They're just cards. I don't want to hurt no one's feelings on this, okay? I'm just saying, all right? The person could be older, or you could be younger, whatever, Just take it how it resonates. There's an age gap, okay? How about that? Anyhow. So information's going to come in about starting something new, trying to work on something with somebody, but, the truth has to come out about something, about the lies and the deception and the three-party situations, because I don't think you can get that Ten of Pentacles without the truth. So I'm feeling if you want this to happen, you have to tell the truth, right? Because, this is something that's holding you back from finding quality people in your life because it's unresolved, right? I think it's an unresolved issue here. And when you don't resolve issues, the universe tends to keep putting you through cycles over and over again until you figure things out and you come clean with whatever it is that's going on, right? It's never good to leave things unresolved. And the universe is just going to keep putting you through these things, and you're going to be like, gosh, why is this happening to me? Why? Because you left something somewhere unresolved. You can't avoid it. You cannot avoid this. Because the universe is always watching you, always. So, if this resonates with anyone out there, I guess we'll see you at the end, right? Because that's where we're going to get our final advice. I like you guys to go through this and see if it actually resonates first. If it doesn't, it's hard to tell, if the advice is for you. But I suggest everyone go to the advice regardless of whether it resonates or not. Because like I said, it's not always going to resonate. Take what does and leave the rest, right? They're just cards, you guys. Don't trip. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and move on to pile number 3, and we're going to see what's going on over there. Okay? Okay, so this is pile number 3. Let's go ahead and find out, why do I attract people that hurt me? All right? Let's find out. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's the raptor. It's T-Rex. I don't even know why this is here, but it is. So let's go ahead and see what's going on now. The raptor. Raptor represents a speedy thief. Okay. No, it's hard to see because it's not light, but there he is. You see him? Telling you guys. Speedy thief. That doesn't sound too good, does it? This could be you holding this energy. It could be someone who has quickly gotten out of a situation or quickly trying to get into a situation. Maybe you're getting out of a situation because you've stolen something, or maybe you're trying to get into a situation quickly because you want to steal something. Let's find out what's going on here, because I never really liked that totem stone, but it's there, and that's what was chosen, so we got to go with it. Let's see. We have the King of Swords. We got the Four of Pentacles. We got Temperance, Ace of Rods, Two of Swords, Page of Rods, Three of Swords, Page of Hats, sorry, Nine of Swords, the Empress, Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. All right. So we have we have two major arcana here. Okay, we have the Temperance card and we have the Empress card. So somebody has been tempering a situation or dealing with it or being patient with it, right? And this person could be the Empress or somebody who holds energies of the Empress, right? So first we have the King of Swords here. And this person is, he's pretty smart. Maybe he's a businessman. He's intelligent. He likes to think things over. Sometimes wants to be fair, and he gives things a lot of thought. But he can be very controlling, like a military guy. Somebody who's like ordering people around. So it could be the boss at a business or something like that. Could be you. We do have the Four of Pentacles here, and if you're holding that energy, most likely you're also holding on to your money, or you're holding on to the thought of somebody, and you're holding it very close to you, right? Perhaps you've been real patient and tempering all sorts of situations and whatever you're dealing with. It could be a relationship, it could be at work, You've got to deal with people in the work environment, even though, you're having to do all kinds of training and teaching and this, that, and the other. It's like you're trying to have patience with these people, right? Or you could be trying to have patience with the situation involving a relationship. You may have actually started a passionate relationship somewhere, right? And maybe you've been just tempering that situation, being patient, hoping maybe whoever you're with is going to change, right? But for some reason, you're having to make a decision over something. So maybe they haven't changed, or maybe you haven't changed. Trying to make a decision on whether or not you want to come in passionately in a certain direction because maybe you want something new somewhere, somehow. So maybe I'm seeing, maybe you are in a relationship right now. You started something passionate somewhere, and possibly it didn't really go as you planned, and now you're having to decide on whether or not you can move forward passionately in a brand new direction. But it seems that you can't because, there's more people involved here, as indicated by this Three of Swords, this Three of Flamingos. There's a lot of people involved here that you need to probably cut loose before you want to get into something that you might feel it is a good passionate beginning, something that you've been holding a secret, maybe holding close to your chest, not telling anyone about. We have this Nine of Swords, Nine of Flamingos right here, and this whole situation has just got you like a wreck. Okay, I just saw 3030, if that means anything to anybody. You can look it up on Google. But yeah, you can't sleep over this whole situation. You're trying to decide on how you're going to move forward, and maybe the reason being is because you want a passionate new beginning with the Empress, somebody who you have figured out that, oh my gosh, I know the truth now. I feel it inside that I need to go towards the Empress, whoever this is, right? Energies can be interchangeable here, you guys. So if you're a guy watching this, you could be holding the guy energies, but you can also be holding the girl energies too, right? Male and female energies. If you're a woman watching, you can hold male and female energies also. So just remember that, okay? However this resonates, you got to put it together yourself. But so you're looking at the past and trying to think, how can you possibly start a new emotional beginning with somebody, especially when you got this three-party situations going on here? How are you going to do this? And it's keeping you up at night. You are just a wreck. You can't get no sleep. Maybe if you are sleeping, you're waking up every 2 hours. It sucks, right? Because you can't get your mind off this Empress. And she's all up in your head, and you're trying to figure out how to start building your finances, possibly, right? Because you want to at least come in as the Knight of Pentacles. But it's hard to make the decision on how you're going to build this money up, because maybe the situation that you're in is preventing you from doing that. Maybe you made a mistake of the past, choosing a wrong direction. And in choosing that direction, you may have been you may have lost out on some finances. But we can definitely tell that you have lost out on grounding and stability here. You've lost your balance, basically, trying to find that balance again. And you're looking at the Empress as, maybe she can help me to begin this, But I do want to tell you, if you have been in a situation with this person and you have deceived her, hurt her, and you go to her with nothing, do you really think that she's going to accept you back? How do you know that she has not healed herself from all the past hurt that she's dealt with? Her being up late at night. Her knowing that you put her in three-party situations. Her tempering this whole situation. How do you know? How do you know that hasn't healed and she's more in her power now? And is ready to move forward with somebody who can provide her with financial security. 333, just saw it right there. Financial security and 333. Put it together. 4 threes, sorry, if anything. Okay. So you want to come in passionately, but you also want to come in like as a knight. At least you're not a page anymore. So you're maybe trying to decide on how you're going to come in passionately. Maybe with the minimal financial security, but I don't know. There's nothing wrong with trying, though. There's nothing wrong with trying, because I guess it seems that, everybody that you've attracted since this person of the past, between you guys have maybe separated or whatever, has just been all toxic people in the middle, between you guys. Now you're trying to figure out, gosh, I thought she was toxic, but I guess she wasn't. Maybe she was just trying to lead the way, and then I meet all these other people thinking they're the ones, and they're not. They are actually the toxic ones, right? And now you're starting to think, my gosh, what did I do? Well, this situation sounds similar. It sounds similar to what's going on in your life. then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see you at the end, and maybe we can see what the universe is going to suggest for you and how you can, clear these energies, these toxic energies, and bring in, someone like the Empress into your life, someone who's nurturing and loving, who cares for you and wants to show you the way and possibly start something balanced with you, right? So I'll see you guys at the end. Okay, I'll see you there. Okay, we made it to the end, you guys. So I do have two decks here. I have the Surrender cards, and then I have the Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power cards, okay? So, I did want to say, it seems like a lot of you are trying to move forward towards somebody, okay? And you're trying to decide how to do this because, why do I attract people that hurt me? And I think you're coming to the conclusion that why this is happening to you is because you have left something unresolved, okay? And this is usually the case when it comes to all sorts of issues in our lives, things that are just unresolved, childhood trauma, life experiences that happen to us that we don't resolve or we can't forgive. And these things, they actually hold us back from moving forward and finding the success in life that we actually want, you know? And, if these things are reoccurring over and over again, it's probably because you need to look back and see, what have I not resolved in my life? Because whatever that is, the universe is most likely putting you through cycle after cycle after cycle. And they might be all different situations too. So it's really hard to figure out like what exactly it is. And that's where you kind of got to go within, you know, doing some meditations, clearing your mind, clearing your body, you know. We'll tell you one thing, that putting toxins in your body like drugs and alcohol are things that are not beneficial to your health, that can actually really cause drastic disturbances in your health. Those things will prevent you from receiving these messages from the divine. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that, okay, you like to have a beer once in a while or whatever. I'm not saying, oh, you can never have a beer. No, I'm not saying that. But, everything is done in moderation, right? You can overdose on anything. You can overdose on water. You can overdose on drinking too much water. Believe it or not, but you can. Just anything that you do too much of can lead to something not very desiring, you know? That could be one thing, and you also have to most likely, try and give yourself a break. If you work a lot, you're not giving yourself personal time, time alone. Maybe you don't like to be alone, but maybe that's what your problem is, you know? There's times where being alone is healthy and when it's unhealthy, okay? If you spend time alone and you're just like, I hate my life, I just want to sleep all day, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to move, this sucks, that sucks, that's unhealthy, being alone, okay? But if you're alone and you're like, finally I get a break, I'm going to rest, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to work on a project, I'm going to work on me, that's healthy being alone, you know? I'm going to read that book, whatever, you know. I'm going to watch YouTube and watch all these cool tarot videos. Just kidding. Don't go that far, A couple tarot readers here and there is good. Just, in moderation, you guys, right? Anyhow, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to ask the universe, why do I attract people that hurt me? And we're going to ask the universe what we need to surrender in regards to that, okay? And then after that, we're going to ask for wisdom from Buddha and see what Buddha is going to have to say about that also. Okay, so first I've already pre-shuffled these cards. I'm going to shuffle them again on the video so you guys see that there's no willy-nilly going on here, okay? And the question we're asking the universe is, why do I attract people that hurt me? What do I need to surrender in this situation? Try to get a nice, even separation or shuffle there. All right. And this, we're going to do it this way because this is what the book called for, or what the instructions called for when I first got the deck. So this is how I have always, always, always chosen the card. Okay? I didn't make this up. This is what the instructions said, and this is how I do it. Because I kind of like to follow instructions when I can, you know. All right. So I'm kind of, I'm kind of feeling right here somewhere. So I'll go ahead and put that to the side. That's our surrender card. Put these aside. And now we're going to ask Buddha. And I have the book here because I love this book. It says a lot of beautiful things in this book. And even though I do work from, I do try to talk about these cards with my intuition thought in regards to it. But, this book is outstanding. And it's not even a thick book. It's like a little thin book, but still, such beautiful things are said in there. So we're asking Buddha for some wisdom in regards to, why do I attract people that hurt me? Okay, Buddha, what do you suggest that the viewer does, or what kind of wisdom do you have for the question, why do I attract people that hurt me? What can you do to help? All right. So make sure it's nice and packed up in there. Oh, that's where I gotta split it. Okay. It wasn't even in the middle. It was like kind of weird, but that's what Buddha wants. That's what Buddha gets, right? All right. I'm gonna put these to the side here. Now, if you guys just excuse me for like 2 seconds, I need a little bit more light because I don't know if you all know, or any of my regular subscribers know, that I'm kind of got bad sight. I need more light. All right, that looks good enough there. Okay, so this is what the universe is suggesting to surrender. Wow, you guys. Surrender to your intuition. Okay? And before I even pulled this card, I told you guys, when you are not honoring, say, your temple, right? Your body, your body is a temple, right? When you're not honoring your temple by putting things like drugs and alcohol and maybe eating bad things, spicy hot Cheetos or something, those things, ugh, I don't know how people like those, but those are really not good for you. But, just treating your body like trash, you're going to attract trash. Okay, I'm not saying that everybody's trashed. We're all connected somehow. We all learn lessons from everybody, even the people who are bad to us. Okay, we attract what we put out, or what we put in our bodies, right? So let's see what the card says. It says, tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. So, like I kind of say at the beginning of the videos, take your time in choosing a pile, see which one is calling to you. That's kind of using your intuition. Now, if you pick a pile, right, and you watch it and you're like, what the heck? That doesn't resonate with me. And then you wait and then, let me see what the next one says. And it's like, oh shoot, that one sounds like more like my story. Right there, that's telling you that you are not properly using your intuition, because you're not able to pick the right story. I mean, none of them could resonate. They could all be none of your stories. But if, for example, I'm saying, if you do choose one and then you find another one is your story, that's a perfect 444 I just saw, you guys. 4444, I mean. So if that resonates with anyone, it has to do with your intuition. Okay, look it up. see how that relates to your intuition, all right? But moving forward. So basically, you know, what you put in your body, how you treat your body, how you treat yourself, how you treat your soul is how you're going to be able to make these decisions. So apparently, or it seems like it may be, okay, maybe, the big word is maybe here, okay? Maybe you're not treating yourself as good as you should, right? With addictions, eating bad things, you know, just treating your body poorly, not getting enough rest, right? Not getting that rest you need, and wow, the candle just kind of fizzed. Maybe someone out there is not getting enough rest, all right? The candles have been burning the whole time, and when I said rest, it went psst. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is, okay? But I'm just saying, right? I think it's time you have to start respecting your body a little bit more. Perhaps, I mean, I hate to say it, but if you're kind of like a philanderer, you know, or a player, I'd say, you sleep around a lot. Do you use protection? Do you protect yourself? Do you protect your temple? Are you taking that risk, risking yourself and others? I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're doing it, okay? I'm just saying, are you that way? Or are you somebody that, you know, you do meet someone and they come in and they're not very careful about using any kind of protection? Okay, you're on birth control, but that's not protecting you. Do you think that, oh, you know, guys usually think, oh, if she's on birth control, I don't have to worry about it. Excuse me? Excuse me? If we got to put in the money to get birth control because we want to be careful, not only from getting pregnant because maybe we're not ready, right? But, you know, y'all should got to put something in too. Go to the corner store and get something to protect both of us. You know, and people, you know, they get together on the first night, somebody gets pregnant, and then boom, you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? Whose fault is that? It's both of your guys' fault, basically. It's a female's fault for not protecting herself and for maybe starting a family too early. It's a guy's fault for, you know, not trying to prevent himself from, you know, getting the girl pregnant, or STDs, something like that. There's so many things that can happen through that. And that right there, automatic. You're not protecting your temple, you know? Protect yourself from the elements. Protect yourself, you know, from bad things, toxins you put in your body. You know, give your body some rest. Don't overwork. You know, think about yourself, because it seems like a lot of people out there are kind of neglecting themselves. You know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to really love yourself and cherish your body and cherish, you know, what you want for your future. And a lot of things, if you don't do those other things first, your future is shot. Because, you know, maybe you have the future, you have these big dreams to do something and you don't do it because boom, you got pregnant, or boom, you got some debilitating disease, or boom, you know, your hot blood pressure's high, they don't suggest you do this, that, and the other. Now, you know, how can you move forward? Because now you got to worry about your health. If you can just get your health started and going right now, then, you know, things can, you know, things nice can happen for you, you know. Anyways, because y'all know I can talk forever on all of these subjects, because, you know, it's just how I am, sorry. Anyhow, so this was our first card, surrender to your intuition. You know, I did want to say before I turn over Buddha's wisdom, I do have a little thing that you can try. You got to do it a couple times, though. It's not after just one try, okay, I got it. No, you got to do it a couple times, you know, not in the same day, do it on different days, right? And I actually read this somewhere. And the trick is, if you want to try and get in touch with your intuition, you know, by the way you feel and your body feelings, And this is like after you try to clear yourself from toxins and all that stuff, when you feel like, okay, you put that love into yourself and now you're ready to try and, enhance your intuition. Okay, what you do is you go into your room, you lay down, you get real comfortable. Okay, you lay down, kind of like you're going to get ready for that meditation so you can just sink in, and just be floating, right? So you get into that position, right? And once you feel like, all right, I feel good. Okay, my name is Mona, okay? It's my nickname, but we're just going to use that as an example. But where you're laying there, and if I'm laying there, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask myself a question. I'm going to say, my name is Fiona. And then I'm going to feel how my body feels, because that is not my name, all right? But my body's going to know that. My subconscious is going to be like, what the, who is she talking to? Then my body's going to know that, right? And then let your body rest again and relax it out, right? And then I'm going to say, my name is Mona. And then feel it. Feel how you feel between those two different questions, right? What two simpler questions can you ask yourself? Because you already know the truth. So it's not like you have to follow your intuition, but it's going to help you to figure out what kind of senses go off in your body, right? So if you guys want to try that, it's just a suggestion. I'm not telling you to do it, but it's just something that I read about somewhere, and I'm sharing it with you guys, and it doesn't take one day. You got to do it a couple times. I'm telling you, it's something that's happens over time, because it's kind of hard to feel those feelings from your intuition. Some people get those crazy goosebumps, Sometimes I get those. That's when the universe is like trying to shake me by the shoulders or something and saying, hey, we're trying to get a hold of you, But there's some that's really hard to tell. And that in terms of why do I attract people that hurt me, you can't feel those sensations in your body, so you can't tell. You know what I'm saying? That's why the surrender card is surrender to your intuition. But you got to sharpen that too, okay? You got to sharpen that. So let's go ahead and move forward to Buddha Wisdom. Okay, the Skull Cup. I think we got this like yesterday and the day before, you guys. It says, Skull Cup of the inner offering. Okay, so basically all that stuff I talked about, you got to work on you, whatever you feel inside you, before you can really, find what it is that you want in life, right? You want to move forward, you want to do well, you want to make the right choices. But first, you have to take care of all those things and all those burdens that you're holding deep down inside you, perhaps from past traumas, past beliefs. You have to, I think the universe is trying to tell you to try to look within and say, is this really how life is? Is this really all I deserve? Is this really how it's supposed to happen? I think the universe is, or Buddha is here, is telling you that I think you need to do a little bit more research. Maybe there's something that someone told you about in the past, but you're like, you know what? I don't know. That don't sound right. That's your intuition right there telling you like it doesn't have a good feeling to it. So that's your intuition right there telling you, hey, I think you should just look that up first. Don't run with it. Look it up and find out. Find out for yourself. That's what your intuition is doing, basically. And it says, giving creates a flow of health and love, right? They're not telling you to give to others at this point right now. Maybe later on, okay, when you heal yourself and things are going good and you want to maybe donate to charities or help the homeless or do whatever, right? Giving is always good. Okay, but always do that with good intentions. When you give, you should have never expect anything back. If you get something back, that's fantastic. But if not, just know that the universe is watching your good deeds and you'll be rewarded somehow, some way. Who knows how, but just the reward of knowing that you've helped somebody or made someone feel good, that should be rewarding enough, right? Anyhow, so giving creates a flow of health and love. So at this point right now, because you're asking this question, I think that Buddha is saying that you need to give to yourself, heal yourself, Heal things that have hurt you, perhaps. Heal things or relationships that you have brought pain to. All right? Heal things that directly involve you, right? And your healing process. um, I know I talked a whole bunch about that, so I'm just going to go straight to the book, even though, if you guys have heard me read this before, maybe you're watching all the videos, maybe you're not, but I'm going to read it again for those who haven't heard it, okay? And it's only to be fair, okay? The Skull Cup of the Inner Offering. The inner offering is a heavily symbolic offering visualized in the highest tantric practices of Tibetan Buddhism. It is a symbol of the work needed to transform the mind to overcome the illusions of our life. What we think life is, what we think is good, desirable, or normal, and anything else that obscures the truth and the ability to reach enlightenment. A cup made of a human skull rests on 3 heads representing past, present, and future. And also the practitioner's body, speech, and mind are that of purified with spiritual practice. A single fissure at the front of the skull cup represents the fact that we need both method and wisdom to to reach enlightenment, the tried and true teachings and writings of all the practitioners before us. All the cultivation of our intellect on either side of the skull cup. Beyond the frame are 2 nectar-filled vases with a sandalwood pole topped with a yak's tail. Victory flags flutter in the wind from each pole, stirred up by the flames below the skull cup. This card represents a celebration. It's not so easy to overcome our conditioning and the ways of the world. The flame also indicates the intense focus on practice that builds up in heat in the human energetic system. Fire flares up from the heat, melting and boiling, all that produces of human existence and life in the world, including the 5 waste products of the human body, transforming them into elixir called Amrita. When spiritual practice bears fruit, the body energies dissolve and move up the central channel. This is symbolized by the white syllable Ah above the skull cup. Symbols right there, in case you guys want to see that. Okay, so the fire of intense practice burns away all impurities in the heart, body, and mind. It opens the central channel, and the energy, now awakened and enlivened, pierces through the chakras and brings enlightenment. So I think what Buddha's trying to say is pretty much exactly what I've been trying to tell you guys. You gotta help yourself before you can help others, or you gotta deal with your own inner demons before you can deal with the outside world. Because until you do that, you're just gonna be attracting whatever you put out. If you find that you don't really like yourself, you look in the mirror and you're just like, ugh, that's what you're going to attract. If you're a mean person and you're putting out mean energies to the world, that's what you're going to attract. If you don't love yourself and you don't cherish yourself and you don't believe you're good for anything, you're going to attract people just like that. Okay? But if you can start to look at yourself as, a loving person, somebody who can give and receive love, somebody who's important, somebody who can succeed, somebody who can be happy, you're going to attract people just like that. We all put out different kinds of energies, and whatever energy you put out, just know that that's the energy that you're going to bring back into you. All right? Now, all of this stuff I'm saying to you guys is just stuff that's coming from my inside, what's just coming out of me. All right? This is what I believe. It doesn't have to be what you believe. But hopefully it's giving you a moment to actually think about your life and what's been going on in your life and what you can do to help yourself. Everything here is just pretty much a suggestion. It's my opinion, and all you can do is listen and think about your own life, because my life is not your life. Your life is not your neighbor's life. Your life is your life. You are perfect just as you are. But you need to find yourself and feel that way about yourself. Okay? Find love in your heart for yourself. Because you can be loved. Okay? So I'm going to leave you guys there. I hope that this has helped somebody. And I'm hoping, that you can find that intuition inside you or figure out a way how to read your own intuition. I know that maybe if you bring more healthy habits to your life, it might start just showing up and you're going to be very shocked and surprised. And that's great. Okay, that's great. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I'm leaving you with confidence, the energy of confidence in your life, knowing that you can heal yourself. You might need to go and get some outside help, get some professional help. That's okay too. But these are just little tiny things that you might be able to do to help yourself. Okay, easy stuff. Well, not so easy. It's easier said than done, but you can try, right? Anyhow, my name is Mona. This is Kaleidoscope Dreams Tarot, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.